What's up? My name is Selena and welcome to another weekly recap. A day late. Yesterday I coached 4 classes. Well, actually 5. I coached 4 in the morning and then I had like an hour or so break and then I coached one more at noon and then I was exhausted when I got home. I made me a quick lunch. Then I had to go pick up Luna from school and then I came home and I like crashed, took a little nap. She kept coming in and out of the bonus room, so I got broken up. So I was exhausted and didn't do a weekly recap yesterday. I almost didn't work out. Once I napped for a second, not long, because again, she broke it up, and that once you're like good in it and then it's interrupted, it's hard to like get back into that exhausted nap. So I watched a show and then I got up, did a 30-minute upper body workout. And then I had to rush off. Well, I fixed me my meal before I left because she had to be at Girl Scouts at 6:30. So I ate early, which is good because I want to start eating early and not wait to the end of the day to eat. And then we rushed off to Girl Scouts, came back, had the rest of my meal, which was just a protein shake that I needed to get in earlier and didn't. And then my little mini ice cream sandwich that I get from Aldi. And that was it. So I didn't get a chance to do my weekly recap yesterday, which is fine because I actually did my Zozo Fit scan today because I coached all day yesterday, so I couldn't put off eating. But today I only coached 2 classes, the second 2 in the morning. I was able to work out, and then I only drank a protein shake like I have been doing when I've been doing my scan. And then I came home, did my Zozo Fit scan, and then had breakfast. Now I'm recording my weekly recap before I head off to go get Luna from school again. Last week, stayed on track. Last week was my last week in eating my maintenance macros. Sunday, I went into a deficit because the macros first app runs Sunday through Saturday. I decided to go ahead and start on Sunday rather than wait till Monday, which is fine. I'm doing low carb days, so 5 low carb days and 2 high carb days. Sunday through Thursday are my low carb days, and Friday and Saturday are my high carb days, which are perfect because Friday is usually the day before I'll do a race on Saturday. So eat a little bit more carbs so that I can be ready for my race on Saturday. And then Saturday, after you run a race, you want to have a little treat. So it works out great. And then Sunday, again, back on track. That's when I usually do grocery shopping or all the things on Sunday, so it's fine. Didn't go too crazy this weekend. I still tracked everything. I was going to have a little something, but because I'm like so focused on my goal, I didn't even want to go off track. So I stuck to my macros within, what I was given. I think the only treat I had was I had a nothing but cake for the weekend, but I halved it. I had half on Friday and then the other half on Saturday, and that was it. And I was fine. I had a pizza, the cauliflower crust pizza from Costco on Saturday, half of that Saturday evening. Sunday, my husband ate the other half of it. So that was really my only treat. I didn't have like that's not real pizza, but pizza from a chain or something like that. I didn't even have my normal pizza because, I mentioned we love pizza. I just stuck to it because I knew come Monday, I didn't want it to go completely off as far as my numbers, and it didn't. So I was excited about that. My macros, I upped my protein. So I recalculated my macros Sunday. I upped my protein. It was 144. That was 0.8% of my body weight. I upped it to 0.85%. So I'm at 155 grams of protein, upped it 11 grams. My carbs went from 249 to 163. 86 gram decrease. And then my fat went from 75 grams to 64, which that's, challenging as well. I didn't calculate or write down what my overall calorie goal is. And that's just overall. Now, you know what? No, that is just for Sunday through Thursday. On Friday and Saturday, my carbs will go up 266 on those 2 days. So it averages out. I don't have it in front of me to see what my, what is tracking for like overall, but it's lower on those 5 days and then higher on the weekend. So, that's what it breaks down into for my low carb, high carb day. But yeah, overall feeling good, focus. My meals will probably be the same to make it easier. If I coach all 4 classes, I'll probably have yogurt and berries and granola for a meal, and then maybe a protein bar while I'm coaching. And if I'm not coaching early in the morning, then I'll probably just have a shake if I do the workout before I coach, which most likely I will. And then I'll have a breakfast, my typical breakfast, which is oatmeal, high fiber oatmeal, 5 egg whites, 1 egg, and then 2 slices of turkey bacon. And then I've been adding some strawberries since they're not as high now. I can get them for like $2.99. So I usually have added some strawberries with my breakfast as well. And that will probably typically be my breakfast. For lunch, may change. It'll probably end up being a wrap. That's what I was doing before when I was in a deficit. I got some turkey from Costco, which is really good. So I'll have slices of turkey, turkey wrap and lettuce. And then I'll have a side of either, I got some pretzel thins from Trader Joe's or tortilla chips. And then if I have some extra, a few extra carbs that I can factor in for my lunch, I may have like one of my mini ice cream sandwiches or some type of sweet. Today I calculated 2 Girl Scout cookies, a new flavor, Venturefuls. I think it's a brownie one. I haven't tried yet. So I calculated those in today's meal. And then for dinner, I try at least have a little ice cream cone or ice cream sandwich, something, again, just to satisfy that sweet tooth, because we love sweets around here and I don't want to completely take it out. But if I can do it where it satisfies that sweet tooth, then why not factor it in? So that'll typically be my lunch. It'll probably be tuna sometimes just to switch it up. And then my dinner will most likely be a bowl. It'll probably be either shrimp in the long grain wild rice that I get from Aldi and some form of vegetable, or it'll be chicken, whatever protein we have. And then I'll just add in broccoli or whatever, the mixed veggies that I get from Costco. Red potatoes, if I want to sub it. If I don't have as much carb, I can always get in some red potatoes in the air fryer, which I love. I could eat that every day. So that'll most likely be my dinner. And then my snacks, again, factoring in whatever I have left over with my fats and my protein to make sure I'm hitting my numbers. But I'm looking forward to what the next month. I'm happy with the progress that I made for January. Ready to like keep going full-fledged in February. Monday was 4 weeks in the transformation challenge that we're doing for Orange Theory. So I did an in-body scan on Monday and I can share those numbers with you, which is a little weird. So I measured January 13th. My weight was 186.1. I measured Monday and I was 179.8. My skeletal muscle mass went from 64.8 to 62.8. I lost 2 pounds of muscle. So that really has me baffled because I felt like my goal has been to lift heavy because I'm over the captain or whatever over the muscle mass gain, and I lost 2 pounds of muscle. So that's disappointing. I'm not sure. Then it's got me questioning this. My body fat went from 37.7% to 37.4%. Again, take these numbers however you want, but I'm making progress as far as my muscle mass gain. This doesn't show that, but I feel overall, I did a Zozo Fit scan today and I'll show those results. Feeling good about the progress, my comparison. This says from my last scan, January 27th, which was 2 weeks ago, I was 41.5% body fat. I'm 40.7%. My BMI went from 31.2 to 30.5. My weight, according to this, is 182, was on January. And then I did it, of course, today is 178 today. So down, overall down, my numbers are down. My comparison, again, I'll show a side by side, but overall there's inches that have been lost all over. Feeling good about that. So my lower waist went 0.5 inches down. That was the biggest number. My right thigh went down 0.4, my left thigh 0.2, my right calf 0.3. My shoulder went up 0.2, which is weird. Well, I don't know. I did upper body yesterday and part of today's workout. the first block in today's Orange Theory workout was upper body. And so I'm a little sore, especially my shoulder where it says I'm up 0.2. But overall, I'm happy with where I'm trending. Excited to, again, see. I won't do another Zozo. Well, I'll probably do another Zozo Fit because it looks like I've been doing it every 2 weeks. So I'll do that in another week. No, 2 weeks from today. And then in another 2 weeks, I'll do both of them because that'll be the end of the transformation challenge to see my overall progress over these 8 weeks. But I can tell, I feel it. I can see it in my face now that I am noticing that I am leaning out a little bit more, which is exciting. The scale's coming down. It'll probably come down a little bit more now that I am in a deficit. I'm 30 days, the beginning of 30 days into a deficit. And I think I did the deficit at 20% deficit from my maintenance calories. I don't think I did 15. I think I went right into to 20% and not 15. I calculated and tracked it. And I got the certification. I finished it. When did I finish? In August or September, I went through macro certification, and I've had it or took the class starting 2023. I had till 2024, August, September, October to complete it. I did complete it before the time frame. And then everybody's asking, because I've talked about it. So everybody's asking like, oh, can you help me with my macros? And for me, like, I know some people are like, fake it till you make it. That's just not me. I want to feel comfortable and I want to feel knowledgeable. Not saying that I'll know everything, but when I help people with tracking macros and making food options and choices, I want to know what I'm talking about, and not saying I'll know everything. That's what chat's for. And I'm just kidding. Not saying I'll know everything, but I want to feel like I put myself through it. Again, this is over a year, and I want people that come to me for help, I want them to realize like it's not a quick fix. It took me a long time to finally wrap my head around it. It wasn't so much of like just tracking, eating the right things, like mentally. It's more a mental game than anything, where like, do you really need a couple of slices of pizza fried? Do you really need a whole dessert by yourself? Share it with someone. So just that mental part of going on a fitness journey or weight loss journey, like that is more important than any of the numbers or any of like sticking to what should I put in my body. It's like knowing that without me or without someone holding your hand or watching over you, like you'll make the right choice long term. So I'm putting myself through it, tracking it, and documenting my progress so people can see where I started. Being vulnerable, not sharing my weight or not sharing pictures and before, but just putting it all out there, and hopefully, inspire other people to like finally like go in the direction that they've been saying they wanted to, and just really putting the focus in. And maybe because I have the time, because I've shifted from running a business. It's tough being an entrepreneur and trying to, eat healthy, run a business, family, all the things. Like it's a lot to juggle it all, but we make time for the things that are important. I just didn't figure it out when I was all in on my baking business, but now I am. So that was my macros. And again, looking forward to what the progress is in my deficit. InBody scan, I mentioned that. Zozo Fit scan, I mentioned that as well, where starting to see the inches go down. Not really like the side by side of my body. I see it a little bit in my waist where I probably lost the most, but not there yet. Again, still building, still, working hard. I worked out every day. I'll show my little calendar, and I probably need to take a rest day and stretch day. But and I didn't do it for today, which is the 11th, but we'll pretend that's done. But this is, so far I've only missed, and this is the 11th, I've only missed one day in February. Again, I think I'm a little obsessed with now, coloring in the day, but my active recovery or my recovery days are going to be stretching. I just need to build that in. I got to figure out what day this week, because I do have another race Saturday. And so I do need to take a break, and it may be tomorrow. I may take a break tomorrow and go to Icebox and do cryotherapy, and then run Thursday, Friday. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I will have a rest, recovery, stretch day built in as well. Speaking of race, I did a race Saturday. It was called the Cupid Chase 5K. It was a race that's done in not only locally, but all over on the same day. And this is the finisher's medal that we received. This is my bib number. I still haven't put up my rack to house all my bibs and my medals. And then this is the shirt. They had shirts where it said unavailable or available. And when we registered, the only thing they had, or they said that they had, was available. And then when I got there, I was like, yeah, I'm picking up my husband's packet too. And then she was like, well, let me get you a red shirt because that means you're not available. So anyways, so they had, I guess, extras, but just when you register, you could only choose one option. And so this race was a little disappointing. So excited and glad that we did it because my husband did this one with me. Luna actually he pushed Luna in the stroller. The real MVP, because pushing I'm not sure, 40-pound baby and plus a stroller, like that's no joke. And Columbia is not flat. So you have some hills. And luckily this race only had one at the beginning. It was the same beginning as the MLK 5K that we did, the last race that we did in February, the same hill. We went up that, but luckily it was no other hills, no inclines or anything like that. But maybe because the race was cut short, 0.35. I saw someone's post after that the police escort at the beginning made the wrong turn. So it was short 0.35. And I was on track pacing to beat my last time. Although overall, I don't know, because when I stopped my watch across the finish line, it was 2.75 miles. So I'm not sure exactly what my exact time for the 3.1, because again, it got cut short, is. But because this says my time was 25 minutes and 56 seconds, and that was not the case. My last race was like 30 minutes. So I know it wasn't, but I was tracking faster. And I'll show again, insert my, when I do my watch, I start a run, open run when I start the race, where my split times for the first race was 10:18, 10:33, 10:57, and then 41 seconds for the 0.1. That's what it's tracking in the 10s. And then my second race was 9:58 for the first mile, 10:49 for the second, 10:05 for the third, and then 1:14 for the second. Again, sometimes I don't stop it immediately, so I got to do a better job of, like, true runners like really stop their watch as soon as they cross the finish line. I'm not there. I don't think about it. I'm just like, Lord, let me catch my breath, and thank God I crossed the finish line. So I haven't done a great job of like stopping immediately, so that 0.1 may be off, but those other split times are accurate. And then for this race, I was tracking 9:48. 9:26 for mile 2, and then 8:50 for mile 3. Again, that got cut short because I didn't get to finish. But I mean, my pace was again picking up, and I felt good before I did the race. So Friday, I went and had a cryotherapy session, and then I was talking to them, telling them I had a race. And then because this was a later race, it didn't start till 10. I was like, what time do y'all open? Let me come and get a session in beforehand. They suggested it. So not sure if the cryotherapy session helped, or as always, I will drink a shot of beet juice before my race. So we still did that. We stopped by an Earth Fare store on the way to the race because, again, it was a later race. So I'd had the cryo session, stopped by Earth Fare, and then we went to the race. So I did do that. But, I mean, I'm not sure, maybe just the progress that I have been making, feeling good, building my endurance, that in addition to the cryotherapy, all of that could have helped. But this weekend, the race is out of town. So we either going to spend a night, we haven't decided to spend a night, or get up super early. So I won't be able to do the cryotherapy session beforehand. But I was feeling good. And then I didn't push it at the end because I'm like, I'm just waiting for the turn off so we can go around something. But we kept going to the finish line, and I'm like, something's not right. And that's all you heard people talking about when you cross the finish line was like, yeah, I got 2.77 or 2, so it was completely off. But race number 3 in the books. Excited. And then so my next race number 4 is this weekend. I'll be running this by myself. It is a hot chocolate 5K in Charlotte. Looking forward to that. We all love me and Luna really love hot chocolate. Maya will drink it every now and then, and Tavis just doesn't like hot drinks. So she's kept asking, when is the hot chocolate race? And because she's not ready to run 3 miles, they're just going to be there to support me. But of course, she wants the hot chocolate at the end. So that'll be fun and nice. We have to pick up the packet on Friday, which is a bummer. It's about an hour, 15 minutes away. And they have an expo. So I think I'll go and pick up my packet Friday. After I coach the noon class, kids get out early on Friday. So we'll go up there, maybe hang around the expo for a second. I'm pretty sure Luna will have a lot of fun and make our way back down if we don't end up deciding to stay, because otherwise we'll have to leave super early because the race is at 7:30 on Saturday. So yeah, we'll have to leave probably 5 o'clock in the morning to get there. I want to at least be there an hour early. So that's my next race that I have scheduled. And then we may do another race on February 22nd in Greenville, again, away. So we may do that one as well. We haven't signed up for it. Still on the fence about doing it that way, because I think March may be a little, I'm not sure if March or April where I'll be able to get 2 races in. So I'd rather, if I have the opportunity to get in an extra race this month, to do it, not looking forward to paying the later fee, because the closer you wait to the race, the more expensive it is. So not looking forward to paying that. But at this point, I mean, if we're going to do it, we're going to have to pay the higher price. I have a Fitbit scale, and that's where at home I keep track of my weight. When I weighed myself on Monday of last week, I was 183.9. When I weighed myself yesterday, I was 180.2. This morning, like I said, I was 178.4. So again, I'm in my deficit. I hopefully will start to see those numbers go down. And that's why this is the first week in my cut. So I want to stay on track, stay focused with my numbers, especially the weekend, even going to Charlotte. I want to pack as much as I can so that I will stay on track. It's so easy to get off, even though it is my higher carb day on Friday, Saturday. But come Monday when I do weigh myself almost every day. I want to see progress and not regress back, to a higher number, just because it was, I had 2 high carb days. It should all level out at the end. But again, I want to stay on track. When it comes to High Rocks, again, we're training for the High Rocks competition in Atlanta, April 26th. We signed up for a 5-week High Rocks training with F45, our local F45. Although we're not members there, they did open it up to non-members to come to their Sunday workout. So Tavis and I went Sunday. It was from 3 to 4. We went. The workout took about 35, 40 minutes to complete. It was designed for partner workout, or they made it so that if you are completing High Rocks with a partner, that it's meant to do together. So it started with 2 laps around their building. You came in and you did 20 lunges, weighted lunges. The men's division, because we are doing mixed doubles, I have to do the heavier weight. So it's 44-pound sandbag. So it's nice to actually go ahead and start training with that. And she designed it so it was only 20 reps, so we could split it up. However, we just decided to split it in half. So we did 20 reps of the lunges. Then we did 20 burpee broad jumps, again, splitting that in half. And then 20 wall balls with the 14-pound ball. I don't think I used a 14-pound ball. I think I might have used a 10 sometime. I think at the last round, I think I used 14. But the mixed division is the same as the men's, and I think it was a 14-pound ball. So, and then after you did, that was the circuit, the 2 laps around plus those 3 exercises, 20 reps each. And again, we split it in half. Then the first round, we got on the bike. And we did 200, it was 500 meters. So we did 250 each, 250-ish. And then we did another circuit where you did the 2 laps and then the 3 exercises, 20 reps. And then we did the ski erg. Then you did another round where you did the circuit with the 2 laps and then the 3 exercises. Then we rode, and then we ended with 1 more of the circuit. And then that was it. So that was a great workout. It kicked our butt. It was short and sweet, but very impactful. So that was fun to do. I will say that I wasn't feeling like going on Sunday, but at the last minute, I'm like, I need to get out the house. Let me go and let's do this workout. So it was nice. It was great. And I'm glad I went. and wasn't sitting around on Sunday being lazy. So that's the progress with High Rocks. The most important thing, because the coach or trainer who is putting on these clinics for High Rocks, she's done it before. So it's been very helpful, and she keeps stressing the importance of endurance. I am trying to push myself to make sure I'm improving my runs and my endurance. That's so important. She's like, the functional exercises, I have no doubt that y'all will crush that, but it's just really focused on building your endurance. Also, Saturday after the race, I went and bought a new pair of Hokas. The ones I currently have, I wear them all the time because when I got them, dealing with plantar fasciitis, and they said these are great for that. So not only was I wearing them running, but I was also wearing them when I, just out of the house, like coaching, like all the time, because again, it provided great support and cushion for my foot. Well, I knew I needed a pair, and I got them in September. And again, I wear them all the time. So afterwards, I went and stopped by REI, grabbed a new pair of the same exact shoe. I did try the Brooks, is it Glycerin 22, which those were very cushiony, but okay, it might be vain. So I wear size 10, and they're size 10 for those like fit. And then he didn't have a 10.5 in the back. He was like, all we have is 11. So I fit an 11, but and I had room because I needed the room. The 10 like fit. Hokas, I wear a 10, but the Brooks, I needed probably a 10.5. Well, he was like, all we have is 11. You can order online, but you won't get the same color. Probably vain. I was like, something about buying a size 11. I'm not going to do it. So I just stuck with another pair of the Hokas that I had, just in a different color, which are cute. And as soon as I put them on, I was like, oh my God, I can feel the cushion and the bounce in them compared to the Hokas that I was wearing. So I knew it was time for another pair of shoe. And I may look online, probably not at REI, because he said if I ordered it from there, it would be a different color. And I like the color that they had. I may just order it maybe from Brooks or go to Strictly Running or somewhere else to see if they have them locally. But I probably will get another pair of shoe because, again, I am coaching a lot more. I am training a lot, so I probably will need another pair of shoe. It's a great investment, and I want to protect my feet because, again, they are starting to feel good. I'll also mention last Thursday, Strictly Running, that's who puts on our races locally. They had a clinic, a plantar fasciitis clinic, and I went to the wrong place, so I was a little late to it, but I talked with the physical therapist afterwards, and I was going to do dry needling. She recommended dry needling because I was telling her, like, I don't feel the pain in my arch. It's more in my heel. And so she recommended dry needling. I had an appointment scheduled for today, but I had to cover another coach's shift. Well, I was off, and so I had to pick up 2 classes today. So I had to reschedule for next week, because I scheduled it for Tuesday, but me and her are going to switch. I'm coaching on Monday, and she's coaching on Tuesday, but we're going to flip. So now I have to move my appointment to another day. But she recommended dry needling. Never had that done before, but anything that may help and aid and still the little bit of uncomfortable pain that I still have in my heel, I'll welcome. So I'm excited to share that once I do go, my experience with trying out dry needling and hopefully help for my plantar fasciitis. Also, after I went and grabbed shoes from REI, I went to Costco because that was my main goal. I went to Costco, grabbed a couple things, and then I went and donated blood. I've been donating blood since I think 2017, 2018, when I used to work at another company in IT. My mentor, I think maybe a year or 2 after I'd been working there, he had been diagnosed with leukemia, and he had been donating blood. I think that's how he found out. He had been donating blood. We had the mobile unit for Red Cross come every 2 months, and he was donating blood. And ever since he was diagnosed, I have tried every 2 months to donate blood. If you are interested in donating blood, every 56 days, you're eligible to donate blood. And so I've tried to do that, gotten so much better in the past couple years, slacked off a little bit, but I mean, at least a couple times a year I've always donated, but now I'm trying to at least get in 6-ish a year and be on top of that. So afterwards I left, after I left to Costco and left REI, Costco, and then I went and donated blood So yeah, so that's something that I try and do. A way to give back and help out, put something good out in the world, is to donate blood every 2 months. Last week, I know I mentioned like organization. I still haven't organized my pantry. That's my goal, is to try and do that today, organize my pantry. Also, my knitting project, didn't get that done. So one of those needs to get done today. Video wise, my goal is 12 this month. I'm so behind. This is like the second week in February, and it's already a short month, and this is only my second video. So today's 11th, and this is my second video. I did a monthly recap last week, and I did no other video, so I'm behind. So I'm going to catch up on videos. I'll probably do a recipe video, egg roll in the bowl. That's easy, and that's a popular one. So I'm probably going to do that recipe and share that, and then probably some like quick snack or something like that. But I do need to get back on my videos because I'm behind, and I already struggled to stay on schedule. Last month I did post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This month I wanted the fluidity, but maybe I need the structure so that I stay on schedule, because I'm like, I don't want to have to post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that anxiety and that pressure. And then I am coaching a lot more. Hopefully I'll share some news regarding coaching next week, but that is pretty much a lot that happened last week. Because at first I was like, what am I going to talk about? I'm looking at my my little notebook that I picked up from Dollar Tree. It's so cute. I love all many things. So that's my weekly recap. Looking forward to the race on Saturday. Hopefully it's not too cold. It is definitely colder than what it was last weekend. And then plus I'll be in North Carolina compared to South Carolina. So it'll probably be a couple degrees colder, but I'm looking forward to it, running in a new place. Hopefully it's not as hilly as Columbia is, but we'll see. Otherwise, that's it. I'm gonna keep chugging along. I'm excited to share hopefully more progress with my macros next week. And most importantly, hopefully you're here to see it next week. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you can get those notifications of when I put out additional videos. And I will see you on my next one. Bye.